These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning, Skippy. Can you hear me?
Again?
Okay.
I can
I
see
just
you
realized
too, which is unfortunate.
My microphone is not on my camera.
Oh.
We had floors redone on the first floor, so we had to kind of move everything out, and I'm not sure where it ended up. I just now realized it wasn't there. So,
Whoops.
glad you can hear me.
I can definitely hear you. I can see you too, which is even worse.
Muy importante. Not much of a podcast if they can't hear us. Then they're just staring at us creepily.
It's more of a cast.
Yeah. Or a pod. A glass pod of emotion.
Sure. Absolutely. I'll go with it. Whatever you think. Whatever you say, boss.
Oh, no bosses here. No bosses here. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway.
Blind squirrel looking for nuts.
Oh, boy. So I think we should change the name of the podcast to Monday Morning Food Establishments. Since for both of us, our food truck season is just about over. You've got
a hearty morning from Pam and a hearty morning from the boys at Birdie's Blue Black Barbecue. They are driving to a huge catering gig. Congratulations. Way to rub it in.
Well, no, I'm glad they're listening to us. Please make sure you shut this podcast off when you arrive.
When you arrive.
Yeah. Yeah, we both have one more event. You have the free beer and hot wing show, and I have some gravy train vendor market thing at our local orchard.
We have catering off the truck in December too.
Oh. That's why I said food truck event, food truck establishment. Catering off the truck. I understand. You're not actually bringing the truck there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are bringing the truck there. Okay.
Hence off the truck.
Well, off the truck. I mean, whatever. Okay, or whatever.
The food will be on the truck, and then we're going to get it off the truck.
I'm done. I tap out.
Skippy, you've had I think what would be considered a challenging week.
Yeah, very rough. Very, very rough. Very rough.
Let's start.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with one question. Are you regretting moving from the cafe? Or having second thoughts, at least.
One more dance. Hold on. No, I'm not having second thoughts. It's going to work out because I don't quit, so I'll make it work out. Are we going to be able to do what we thought we could do? Probably not.
Good morning, Steve.
Morning, Steve. Here's where our issues lie.
Put the knife down, Skippy.
It's a nail file. Here's where issues lie. I should have been more diligent on trying to get people into the building before he was done doing whatever he was doing, and I wasn't. So at the end of the day, that's my fault. So finally got some quotes on how to fix things, and the things that made the building more appealing, unfortunately, are no longer viable at this point in time.
Such as?
Well, I think I spoke about the walk-in cooler is going to be about $11,000 to fix.
Mm-hmm.
But I finally finally had somebody call me back about the
Okay.
So this whole time I thought there was a makeup air unit in there because there was a rather large, probably 2 foot by 2 foot vent in the center of the kitchen area.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, that just goes right to the furnace. So there's no makeup air unit for this hood. The hood is a 9-foot hood. They told me it's you probably need about a 3,500 CFM exhaust fan. Oh, and obviously a makeup air unit. I haven't got a quote, but just what I saw for 3,500 CFM makeup air units, it's like $7,000 just for that, just for the unit itself.
And for those that don't know what a makeup air unit does, so when the exhaust fan kicks in, pulls all the air out, you need to replace the air inside the building, ideally. So you don't get these.
In cold weather, you have to. There may be an opportunity to have it heated.
Yeah.
So that would be
another. So you're not sucking out all the hot or cold air, depending on what season you're in. But more importantly, the pressure differences that you would have also. So doors slamming shut, getting pulled shut. Pam, you're familiar back in the old days when we used to run the exhaust fan quite frequently in our trailer, how hard it was to open doors, windows, and things like that. So with that running, so kind of the same deal. No makeup air units in our trailers, but same concept. It relates to the restaurant. Sorry, just wanted to.
No, that's
for those that don't understand what we're talking about, a makeup air unit and why they're important.
Just makes up the air that you're sucking out.
Yep.
So there was that. So I haven't got a quote back from that, but I'm probably, I don't know, 12, 13 grand if I had to guess, somewhere around there. The other problem is this makeup air unit's about as big as an outdoor commercial furnace, and there's no spot for that because right now the outdoor commercial furnace is located on a platform above the back door. So yeah. So that was number one problem. Number two problem. I got shut down by the health department on Friday. My trailer.
It's not funny.
It is because it's my fault.
It's a little funny.
And Michigan health departments, you're supposed to submit. I don't know if it's anywhere else. I'll just talk about Michigan, but we're supposed to submit a form called intent to operate, and you're supposed to submit it at least 5 days ahead of wherever you're going. Good old Josh rolls his eyes because
I was trying to remember something and I completely blanked on what I was even trying to remember. So I was having a senior moment.
And here's the thing with this intent to serve form is you can pull either on the record or off the record and probably find out that 80% of the people who operate food trucks probably don't submit as they should. But
at least not regularly as they should.
At least not regularly. Now, Jackson County, compared to where I was about 20 miles away. What this health department fella was doing out in BFE, I have no idea. Not to mention, I did think I was on my own property, and because I set up the food truck in our parking lot to try to draw more traffic to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just snowballed from there. I didn't have that form. I had just run out of water from doing dishes, so no hand washing capabilities because I hadn't filled my tank.
Can't you hook up to a regular water source?
Absolutely. Was I hooked up? No. No, because I didn't have enough. Then it went to, I can just hook it up because the hose was right there. I can just hook it up real quick.
It's not an approved hose.
And he said it wasn't an approved hose.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think to myself, okay, not an approved hose, but I'm sanitizing everything using bleach anyway, or germicidal disinfectant as they call it. What's the problem? And they said, well,
you're not disinfecting with your hands.
Some of that stuff doesn't kill any of the contaminants that's in there. And I said, but So no fines or anything like that. They just submit it. They submit a form, what they closed you down for. And then if you want to reopen, they got to come inspect. They have to inspect the fact that you did what you had to do.
You corrected the issue.
Yeah, and I was done within an hour. I went to get 2 RV marine hoses.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked him, he's like, yeah, it should, whether it's an approved hose should be on the hose. No, it's nothing's on the hose. Okay, people, nothing's on the hose. So then I said, well, what if nothing's on the hose? They said, well, we got to keep the package.
So dumb.
You got to keep the package. Yeah, so I had to keep the package.
Good morning,
anyway, they came out for our Saturday morning, said I did good, and I asked the guy, because it was a different guy. I said, so what was he doing down here in the first place? Because you just got to know. And he said he didn't know.
Maybe an anonymous tip.
It could have been an anonymous tip. He could have went to my former landlord and maybe inspected his restaurant. Maybe it was time. I don't know. Maybe it was time. And maybe he asked about where I was, even though he knew, because I had asked him about the bathroom situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, maybe somebody doesn't like me, which I don't understand how people don't like me, but whatever. I mean,
I get it.
I'm not for everybody. But needless to say, Saturday was a great day. We actually had more new people than regulars, which is even better. People asking about the shop. To go back to your original question, do I regret moving? I regret moving at the time I did. I should have done my due diligence better. I should have had everything done so I could have made it a seamless process. And unfortunately, I let my ego cloud my judgment. And yeah, so I left. And is it biting in the ass because I've only worked 1 day in a month? Could be.
You want to tell us about what I don't think we talked about it last week because I don't think it happened back then. The building inspector and your loss of, or your approved number of seats. I'm not trying to give you an aneurysm, but it's kind of nice you not living the charmed life anymore.
Okay. So everything, the restaurant was a pizza place. And I think they built like a little addition onto the front to have a dining room. Excuse me. Putting myself to sleep. Yeah, they had to, there's only one bathroom, and it's an employee bathroom. Now, I did my research prior to it, and I saw that it said that I can have, or that I don't have to provide restrooms to the public. What I didn't know is that if I didn't provide restrooms to the public, I may be limited on seating. So according to my building inspector, not health inspector, because all they care about is that I have a restroom for somebody. Mm-hmm. Building inspector says that if I only have the one restroom, then I'm limited to 15 seats. So my 32 seats that I thought I could have, along with breakfast, is now out the window. However,
you're going to save money on tables and chairs.
That's very accurate. That is 100% accurate. Probably cut my table and chair budget in half.
See?
Yeah, just spending it elsewhere.
Yeah.
The other thing though, the good news is come spring, summer, and fall when I do outdoor seating, that restrooms aren't a problem there.
Okay.
So maybe I could just get a bunch of fire pits and people can sit outside in the snow.
You should get some igloos. No. All right. Just trying to help.
I understand, and I
definitely trying to give you some ideas.
Appreciate your help. Yeah, it's been a rough weekend. Been a rough week. But again, we had our family pictures taken yesterday. It was definitely good. It was windy as hell this weekend, like extremely windy. But other than that, everything was beautiful.
Good.
It's all good.
Good.
Like it couldn't be any better.
I don't believe that, but good.
You know what?
But,
One more thing.
okay.
The good news, though, if there's silver linings, and there's silver linings in everything, right?
Mhm.
There's good news ever. It's going to cost you, a shit ton more money than you thought. It's going to cost me seats and menu ideas. But now I get to use that hood area like as storage, or I can put racks in there, put all our pans that we're gonna, our dishes and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Storage is important.
storage. You're a hoarder like me. Anyway, so that's where we're at. And you were saying, my apologies.
No, you're good. So yeah, after we finished up last week, I had a phone call from my health department
Oh,
about my submittal, my plan submittals and SOPs.
a proof for construction that's already happening. Okay.
Yes, we're approved for construction, which is always a yes, CK. The gales of November. Not sinking these ships though. Good morning, Fran.
Morning, Fran. Fran has
So
laryngitis for the last 2 weeks.
oh, excellent. That's awesome. SOPs looked pretty dang good. Everything looked pretty good. She had some questions about an additional hand sink and had to kind of mark up some drawings and resend them to her on the floor plans and stuff, kind of where we're planning on storage areas, since we didn't have any of that marked on the floor plan. I said, well, we're going to figure that out as we roll.
It's going to be there. It's going to be what it be.
We had a long conversation about cooling products.
Ooh, good. Let's talk about that.
Did you know that coleslaw falls underneath their purview
Yes.
if you make it from scratch?
Yes, I did.
I had no idea.
They asked me every day, or every time I did this, what is your process for coleslaw? And I said, we make it fresh every day.
Mhm.
They said, you don't hold it? I said, we make it fresh for service every day.
Mhm.
You don't reuse it the next day? We make it fresh every day.
But even the process of making it, from there to put it in the fridge for the day, constitutes cooling process. You still have to get it while you're making the product back down to under temperature in that time frame.
So do you put all the ingredients in the fridge?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she said. I said, so even like our mayo and mustard and everything that's shelf stable, she said, put it all in there. So it'll save you a whole bunch of time. And it's a whole lot easier to bring stuff back down to temperature from 50 degrees than it is from room temperature 70 degrees.
Yeah.
I said, it makes sense. It never even crossed my mind that would be in that purview. So really, after we mix our coleslaw, we should leave it in a full hotel pan before we put it in the circular Cambros. We should wait until it gets down there. So
makes sense. And she probably have that pan in the fridge too. So once you're ready to pour it in there, it'll get colder faster.
Only need a bigger walk-in now. I'm actually okay with it because it saves us dry storage space. I think the walk-in's going to be tight, but we'll make it work. This might mean we have to shop more often.
At least you have one. So we're actually thinking about getting a freezer.
All right. For
cooling product to be able to vacuum seal.
Okay. Have you talked to your health department about that yet?
You know what? I had my my executive assistant create a detailed was it HACCP plan or HACCP something like that, HACCP.
Yeah, you're in a whole different level of licensing now. If you're going to package and resell,
that's what we're going to look for. We're going to see if we can do it. because
Excellent.
I think that should help us without having to do breakfast. And it's clear. It would have been better if we had the walk-in, because then everything can go in the walk-in to rapidly cool. But I think if we take stuff and put it in the freezer, if we're only using that freezer because a freezer is relatively cheap to rapidly cool. We looked at blast chillers; those are pretty expensive.
Crazy expensive, yep.
But I think we can get it down to the right temperature in time.
Hold on a second. Here, take care of my dog.
Oh, but Matt was there. Yeah, so we're going to expand into our into reselling vacuum sealed product. I think that's going to be. Yeah, I think we're going to do that because that's going to be that can be something that is extra revenue. Hate to think it's a good way to use leftovers, but technically it's a good way to use leftovers. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Other than that,
So
yeah, I think it's a good revenue source.
Yeah, we walked through all the. So I mean, she marked it on all our stuff for cooling stuff, and it's all in there. So we're technically approved to cool down meats and stuff and hold, which is fine. We did it occasionally before when we would cook ahead a little bit for large events and stuff like that, but now we'll be legal.
Yeah.
The biggest point of concern, well, two, I guess, was our hot water throughput, our gallons per minute. Our one singular tankless water heater was not going to be enough, so we have to have two in line. So even though the dishwasher heats the water, it has a heater in it, you're still pulling water from the capacity of the one water heater. So all the water is coming through the water heater already. It's entering the dishwasher hot, and then the dishwasher is heating it to the level that it needs to be. So if you're running the dishwasher with water coming out, and you're also trying to fill, a wash sink to do large pans or whatever, you're not going to hit the capacity. You're not going to be able to have hot water sufficiently to do both, is what they're saying. So she thought we were going to need 3 of the ones that we had listed. And it looks like you'll be able to do it with 2. So. And on that cost, my plumbing bill is $22,000.
Do they work for brisket?
No. I have offered every single person. And then the other big thing was our trash plan. So we had I took an aerial Google Maps of the area. I said, here's where our dumpster's going. Here's where the other 2 dumpsters already are. We're just getting a 3rd one for ourselves. Not approved because they are on dirt, and they cannot be on dirt. They have to be on pavement or concrete.
Well, that's not your problem, is it?
That's going to be my problem because I'm not going to get approved to open. So,
well, if the other 2 the other 2 don't have to be fixed, do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, well, then that's going to be up to the landlord because it's his parking lot, right?
Yeah, they need to take care of it. And it's all paved back there, but it's a fire lane, so they can't just move them onto the pavement. So he's going to have a pad poured or something.
Of course.
So, or I know where it used to be. So there's a daycare at one end of it. There is a notch at the end at where you turn around the corner of the backside of the building, the strip mall. There was a pad back there. I'm guessing the dumpsters were moved from there when the daycare center moved in because they have a little playground right next to there. So, and I'm going to guess that when the meadery moved in, that's where those dumpsters were as well, when they got approved. So, yep. But minor issues. I have internet in the place. The majority of our equipment has been installed. Or not installed, but delivered. Continue to get damaged smallwares. Got a box of broken glasses yesterday.
You are using real glasses?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I had gotten a case of plastic ones, and they just don't fit with what else is going on. They would feel out of place with everything else. They would look out of place with everything else.
The bouginess of your plating.
It's not bougie.
Not going to rehash that subject.
We are far from bougie, but we'd like everything to be cohesive.
I would agree.
So we got, let's see here. Yep, Chris went in on Saturday since we didn't have service. And unboxed everything, moved a lot of the stuff out to the dining room to kind of make room in the kitchen for them to do their work. Pop this up real quick.
Did we move any of the equipment into quote unquote space where it goes yet or no?
No. Anything that could be moved out of the kitchen got moved out of the kitchen as far as equipment goes. Just to make room for them to be able to work. That's where all the work needs to be done. But this is one of our warming cabinets. That is a very large dent in the corner.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Not ideal. Not what you want from a $3,000 piece of equipment. So,
what cabinets did you get?
I think there are 3. Maybe 2.
The Ivankos or Vankos or whatever?
I don't know. What I send you? They probably weren't 3.
You sent me 2 different ones, and I don't know which one you're ordering.
So. Lots of stuff. I did get the Dutch doors, though, and I don't know that I'm happy about that.
No. God, I wish I would have told you not to do it. Fucking horrible. Is it red?
No.
Oh. Yeah, Dutch doors are stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Why don't you like them?
You lose a whole rack. Actually, you lose 2 racks because there's a bigger, not bar, but something in the middle.
And they're only $1,500, so $3,000 for the both of them.
Yeah. Don't scare me like that.
They are the Avantico.
Yeah, that's the one I have. I have one mine's red, but it's just a single.
I have clear doors on mine.
Yeah, so it's got a big in between the partition. Lose at least a rack space. That's annoying. You
just gotta be careful what you put on there.
Just annoying.
You can still use the space. You just gotta figure it out.
It's annoying.
Everything is figure outable.
I understand that. Doesn't mean that it's annoying. I just got a text from a POS company. A text.
Yep.
I see you own PB&J's Barbecue. We are offering a $5,000 sign-on bonus for businesses processing $30K more or $30K plus in credit cards monthly. If you process less, we can still lower your rates and include a free POS system and terminal. Any interest? Christian.
Nope. Thank you, though. Appreciate you. Pam says, oh dear, Josh, broken glasses already. I may be out the door faster than anticipated. Our glasses actually came well packaged, so I was a little bit surprised. And I'm not guaranteed. I have not opened that box yet, but of the 8 boxes that came, one of them made noise. So, which is usually not good out of glassware. And the box that I did open to get my hand on a glass was each glass was significantly bubble wrapped. So I don't know if they packaged that box differently or what, but those came from Amazon. I trust Amazon to be able to make it right pretty easily. So we'll see.
Some little fella just decided to kick the box down the road.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of care on this side up arrows. I think there's 6 different directions those arrows could have pointed, and they were out of the 8 boxes. I think they got them all. So
I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I noticed that you had a little article about yourself.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Meet me.
Voyage, Michigan.
Yep. Online publication. Smaller. They're newish. Yeah. You have to be nominated. So someone nominated me. And I had to nominate a couple people.
Aw.
I did not nominate you. You're on the wrong side of town. Sorry, buddy.
I get enough publicity as it is. Good and
Yeah.
bad. Hi, Josh.
So yeah,
You start out by introducing yourself. We'd love to know more about where, how you got to where you are today.
it's basically I got sent a questionnaire and then I posted said questionnaire.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
I'm sure this wasn't obstacle free. What would you say your journey has been fairly smooth so far? If the road is smooth for businesses that aren't pushing hard enough and take big enough risks, we obviously have obstacles. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I just want,
What else do I got?
want to make it all about you.
Yeah. But trash cans are ordered. Got lots of stuff coming and going. Walls are up in the kitchen. Kitchen walls are all done.
Kitchen wall. Okay. Did we find? Are we,
Let's see if I can pull those up or not.
Let's talk about your menu a little bit.
Okay.
Is the color of the menu going to be affected by the walls at all? Just by the picture that I saw, it was like from wherever you were standing, it was hard to read.
Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't tight. It was all wavy and.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hard to read. I intentionally took a picture that made sure that it wasn't clear, so I wouldn't get 4,000 Facebook messages about questions on the menu.
Understandable. Makes sense.
So yes, that was we'll say it was a test menu, pretty close to what our menu will be probably, but we wanted to get the size up there. Our contractor's building a frame for that, for the vinyl menu, that we can easily change out the menu for us. So we needed to make sure we got the size proportionate and right. I didn't want something to be on there, somebody to zoom in on it, and then for us to make a menu change or a price change.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, I saw on Facebook on your picture of the menu. So, so that's kind of where that was at. Make sense?
We 6 days a week opening?
Yeah. Yeah, just closed Mondays. At least that's where we're starting. 10 to 8 Tuesday through Saturday. 10 to probably 4 still on Sundays.
Are those your pork belly tacos that they pictured?
Yeah.
Those look good.
They are really good.
Is that a pineapple salsa?
Yep.
Is there some mango in there?
No.
Is that house-made salsa?
Mango. Huh?
Is that house-made salsa?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. We make what we can. So I got curious about our cornbread sales. So the last, I think I did the last month of our service, which is about how long we were running our new cornbread, our homemade cornbread, versus the 4 weeks before that. Doubled. We have doubled cornbread.
How? Like why? Huh?
1,000,
Did you market it?
1,000 pieces in the last month that we were open.
With no marketing.
Yeah. Other than, hey, we've changed the cornbread. We had a couple pictures of it a couple days.
Oh.
And it just freaking exploded.
There you go. Fantastic.
Yeah. For let me see if I can pull it up. I did the math and sent it to Chris. I did not mark it down on my spreadsheet though. Maybe it wasn't it wasn't 1,000 pieces. It was $1,000 in cornbread. That's what we sold. Man, I screwed up I had a lot of figuring out to do on our combos. I failed to make the entree as one of the options.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through and added, side options, pick one, add drink options, pick one, and this named like a piglet. So it was the piglet combo, and then just made options for sides and drinks. What I didn't realize was, and what took me a minute to figure out why, you can't add a recipe to a combo meal. So that piglet combo, I can't make it a sandwich. So it doesn't deduct or count towards our piglet sales per se, or it doesn't deduct from our pork inventory. So, but if you go in and you add another option for the entree, and then just set it as one, so the piglet's the only option, and you make it the default, then the order goes through the same way. So you hit piglet meal, piglet's already selected by default, and then you just add your side and drink, and everything flows perfectly from there. Does that make sense? You looked like I lost you about halfway through that.
I mean, I know what you're talking about. The whole recipe thing is bullshit as it is, but
Yeah, I know, but I like it. I don't think it's that cumbersome once you start figuring it out.
Once you have access to it, I'd love to have access to it.
Did you apply for the beta?
I didn't know I had an application for it.
Yeah, you can. If you go in through wherever their beta stuff is, you can ask to be a part of it. That's all I did.
So what I did was I went to inventory and I added meats into meat. So I added a category called meat tracking, right?
Yep.
And I added all meats, and the meat tracking is like, it's an extra step, but when you go in and add a sandwich is a 1/4 pound. Then you go into the meat tracking, hit a 1/4 pound of brisket. So that's the only way I've been able to do it so far.
Yeah.
To make it, and everybody hates it. But
yeah, the recipe and the inventory tracking works. I think it's going to be available soon to everybody. I'd be shocked. Well, I thought I saw that they were close. Maybe.
Irritates me.
Yeah.
It should be easier. Like, it should be easier. And it's not. Like, everything should be easy, and it's not.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So this is what I did while I was in the hospital on Friday waiting for my wife and her surgery. So did some math today on cornbread. So it costs us less than 10. I couldn't do the full math on it. I'm guessing it's about $8 a batch, and that makes 24 pieces a batch. So that Friday, they went through 24 pieces, and the gross was $75, $75.48 was what our gross was. So we made $65, $67, somewhere around between there. Okay. At best, we do a pan a day of cornbread because most days we don't sell it all. It's a good day if we sell our cornbread when we had the store-bought stuff, which cost us $15. And at best, if we only sold small cornbreads, which maximizes our dollar, it would be $52, netting us 40 or 50, not even, no, 40, 30, $38.
So I'm selling a piece for $1.50. So I'm going to basically, I double my money.
Yeah. And that's what we have. 2 pieces for a small, which is $3.50. Yeah. And then 4 for a large, which was $6.50 on the old cornbread. And I thought I'd sent to him what we actually sold, but yeah, it was insane, the pieces of cornbread. Yeah, so it's always nice to have that big of an uptick on something you're doing new. They're like, yep, that seems like it's working okay.
Yeah.
But that's it was a significant change between Chef Pierre and what we're doing at home.
Oh, for sure.
28th Street, Southwest. All right, let me see how the light's coming in a little weird into the restaurant right now. Let me see if I can get a. Can I not do full screen? Where'd you go? Full screen. Share screen. Apparently they're not working today. I know this because the first thing they do when they walk in is turn off the cameras. Which I'm okay with, because otherwise you get 4 billion notifications from a person detected from walking around.
Yeah.
So yeah, kitchen walls are done. This back door here is the one that the landlord is supposed to replace. I've been told 4 different times that the contractor will be there on a day to replace it in the last 3 months. And here the door stands. The last time I was told he'd be there was last week, Thursday, Friday. So still the door stands. But yep, just RFP, FRP, whatever it is.
FRP. Yeah.
Yep. Up to 8-foot panels, and then it's just painted to where the ceiling will meet. We went with smooth instead of the textured, just for ease of cleaning. But yeah, that's that. That's in. This is all the extra wainscoting we had. It was almost a full pallet, it looked like. But it's all real wood. So he says they have to order so much extra so they can sort through what's crap in there. So do I pay for 2 pallets? Because if you're charging me for 2 pallets, that's not going with you.
I mean, true that.
Yeah. If I'm paying for it, I'm keeping it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
So the bottom right-hand corner that's like your serve area.
Over here or right here?
Right there, yeah.
That
goes out to the dining room?
Yeah, that's just like a pass-through. This is so when it was a pizza place and the 5 restaurants before it, I'm going to guess this is where all order taking happened.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to wall it off. I had thoughts of, let me see if I can.
You throw a couple of heat lamps up there, and that's where you can just put your orders, right?
Hold on. I'm trying to turn this camera, and it's not letting me. Apparently, I don't have control. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Sorry. Please stand by. See if I can look at cameras from 2 different sources at the same time. I have control on my phone to turn the cameras. So there you go. There's that counter. Sure. We don't want just food sitting up here, because otherwise we have to put a piece of glass here to keep the public from, touching plates and sneezing on food and contaminating.
Oh.
So we don't want to use that as a true pass-through. What it'll be is a conversational window. We didn't want to block off our kitchen. We didn't want to block off what we're doing. So, yep, this counter will get redone. Our pop machine will be down in this general vicinity area, facing the inside. It'll be a good spot for bus bins to leave front of house to go to back of house for dishes to be washed. I'm sure we'll make use of that counter in some way. I had originally thought of extending this out a little bit and just doing bar seating here.
Yeah.
But then again, we still run into the problem of, with the health department, of potential, we would have to put some sort of barrier here, even if it was like a plexiglass sneeze guard. And at that point, I was like, I don't really care for it, So.
Even if it's like an expo station?
But if it's an expo station, then you have guests just walking around here.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, I don't. Okay.
So you don't want food sitting here to be going out to.
So you're expecting that guests are going to walk all the way back there just to see what's going on before they go to their table?
Well, there's going to be tables here. Oh. There's tables there. I mean, yeah. There's a table within 4 feet of this counter on this side down here.
Yeah. All right.
So it's not like they're going to be wandering back there. There's going to be potentially people sitting there in that general vicinity.
Who got all your equipment inside?
The freight people.
Oh, they put it inside?
Yeah, it all came on pallets, so they just pallet jacked it in. We have double doors.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, everything came through these double doors here.
Yeah.
So, The only problem, the biggest issue we had getting things in was the smoker. And that's because it was just me. There's a pretty solid lip here on this door.
We hulk it up, did we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And there was probably an inch and a half to spare on top of the smokestacks here. But I wasn't super comfortable that it was going to fit. So there was no big running start.
Understandable.
Yeah. But, yeah. Things are going well. I'm glad the walls are done. Signage goes up tomorrow. Trim work is nearing completion, most of it done. So they're doing black trim here. This half wall will have that same black trim there. To the other, it's just so bright in there right now.
Rubber black stuff on the floor side or on the floor or to the floor.
In the kitchen, yeah, there'll be that. Yeah.
You don't have to have it out there.
I don't remember what he said.
Oh, we
yes,
have to have it out there.
Yeah, that's the same stuff we have in our trailer. Yeah. You need some sort of barrier so it doesn't get through underneath the wall covering.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super bright. Holy moly. Good morning.
Pretty much.
But yeah, Chris said it was hot in there on Friday when he was in there working, just because of all the sun coming through the windows.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'll take that. Other than it's going to be crazy to cool in the winter, or the summer, but.
And that's kind of something I was thinking about was where he mounted the thermostat right on the inside window, and you get, let's see if I can change this. You get an absolute oh, that'll work. Yeah, that didn't work at all, did it? Let's turn. There we go. So you get it was 72 when it was like 40 degrees outside, because it was coming right through. Even though it's tinted windows, it's still hitting that thermometer or that thermostat. Now, as soon as the sun went down, it got cold. But I mean, we're keeping it at 60 inside. Turn the heat on yet?
No. Nope.
Get your first electric bill yet?
Yeah, I've gotten 2 of them.
How was it?
$87. Which I was pleasantly surprised. I figured our service charges would be higher than what they were for a commercial space.
Is water included? Or do you have...
It's part of our cam.
Okay.
How's
that working?
This guy?
How's that working?
It does pretty good. It depends on what's going on. Like
how excited they are.
Yeah. If they're being mildly annoying, we can get it to stop.
What cam is? Sorry.
It's common area maintenance, but they can throw anything into there.
Okay. So we had the gentleman who we had on the podcast. We talked about, he vended the Indy 500, right? He's looking at renting a building that's a current barbecue restaurant down in Indiana.
Okay.
They hit him with the first rough draft of the lease.
Yep.
It's 2,000 square foot building. Oh, I can hear that in the microphone.
Oh, this?
Yes, I can hear
really?
It. Sounds like vibrating.
I'm gonna guess I have a delivery driver here.
Anyway, so he got his first rough draft, and it was $6,000 a month.
Okay. Does that include the cam?
No.
Oof.
Well, hold on. So he sent me, and he didn't send it to me, but he was telling me on top of that, it was $1,062 for operational expenses.
Yeah,
which include property taxes, insurance. I'm like, like, hold on, why are you paying for the property taxes? You're renting the place. You can't, you can't get the write-off for paying property taxes, so why are you paying them? He didn't really understand why all that was there like that. But it was, when talking about it, it was like, yeah. And if I can pull up so $6,000 a month for 2,000 square feet.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Yeah, that's a lot. Hold on, I gotta go see what's going on.
Oh boy, he's gonna go whoop ass. He's gonna go whoop ass. So for anybody that's on the YouTube, so here is the current state of this building. So that's the back area. Oops. Sorry. That's the inside of the smoker that you can't see.
Ah, that looks good.
That's the inside of a
Is it for sale?
Beck built smoker. No, it's in that restaurant that I was just talking about.
Oof. I guess I know why everything was so dark. That is a grease fire waiting to happen.
That is caked. That is just so caked.
That makes me not happy. Is that your place?
No, this is the restaurant that I was just talking about. These are all the pictures. Look at that bottom of that.
Ugh. Good God. Fucking people. Oh.
That's his prep table. Now, this place is still in operation.
Oh, my God.
There's the kitchen area. Like,
is that mold in the bottom?
It's something that's not good.
Oh.
I want to know why there's eggs up here.
Eggs always go on top of everything else. We can't put them on the bottom with all that mold.
But I'm wondering why they're there in the first place.
Maybe he's making cornbread.
I mean, maybe. It does have a walk-in, but the walk-in doesn't work. There's a mop sink. There's the smoker. Yeah, this is when he sent me this. So yeah, as is, they want $6,000 a month, and supposedly it's because the area is up and coming. We got some canned collards holding up the bottom of the thing.
Hey, those cans are sturdy.
Dining room looks nice though. Like, dining room looks clean, looks nice. I like the openness of it. I like that. But yeah, just the back area kitchen is dirty. Like, that's the backyard. It's got a huge patio, which is nice. This is just a part of the building they're not using. It's just an outdoor area. Anyway, so that was yeah, so $6,000 a month. Just crazy fun, crazy talk. Crazy talk.
Yeah.
And my buddy's was on the way home from a competition the other day, and his tire caught fire on his camper. Yep. But I think that's. Oh, how did you do? How did you do this week as far as sales go?
It was okay. Yeah, I mean, we $1,500 every day. I think pretty close. We should be able to beat last year November still. So we have that one last day of service next week, but as long as that's a normal day, then yeah, we should be right there.
And are you? So where are you at year to date?
Let me look. We have surpassed our last year. That I know.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Else. So we are up 4% over last year. Nothing staggering, nothing great. I mean, it's good. Up is up, so that's good.
Up is up.
This will be our lowest, as it stands right now, our lowest increase year over year.
So what do we equate that to?
I mean, we were due. It's hard to maintain, 9 to 18% growth every year. At some point in time, you start to level off. It happens. It's part of it. We can't grow forever out of the truck. So we thought we had a better schedule this year. Some of our new spots didn't really work out. Some of our festivals that we had planned on were not as good as we had hoped. We missed out on a couple festivals that we have been at previous years. We missed out on some solid spots that we had last year that just because of like the airport, those were $1,800 lunches. And we didn't have a single one of those this year. So, I mean, you get a little bit of that stuff here and there.
Was that by choice or by luck of the draw?
They did it so late this year.
Oh, that's right.
That we were filling our schedule. I'm going to try really hard this year to hold off on filling some of these dates. I'm hoping that when the guy that runs Food Truck Fridays, his applications that we're having him almost every Friday of the series.
Yeah.
They're doing some extra. They're doing some Taco Tuesday events, I think. At the same place. So all trucks are welcome as long as you. They're going to be selective about which trucks, but as long as you can provide different tacos.
Yeah.
So I think we'll fit in. I think we're going to try to get in for those and.
Absolutely.
So.
Barbecue tacos, brisket tacos. I mean,
our pork belly tacos that we are going to have on the menu every day at the shop. So
try that pineapple salsa on chicken for tacos.
Yeah,
just try it. Yeah, we got first place at the Famous Days with. We called them chicken El Pastor tacos. We marinated chicken in a El Pastor marinade, but then we used that pineapple salsa with cotija cheese and white and red onion on it. It was fantastic. But anyway, well, good. Yeah, we're going to be selective this year, but we're going to reach out to probably everybody within this week that we did business with as far as fairs and festivals and see what we can do, lock in for next year already, and then go from there.
Excellent.
But on that note,
well, all right, everybody, that's going to be. We're going to wrap this up for the day. That's our hour. So I did have to submit a couple 2-parters because we went to hour and 10 minutes. So,
oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
So
all right, go Lions next weekend because this weekend wasn't good. But anyway,
shit happens. Can't win them all. All right, everybody, have a good week. We should have. I know it's on our side. We should have some good updates for you for next week. We've got lots of stuff happening at the restaurant.
For Josh and Bert, we're out.
Bye.